Hello, everyone. Well, today was not the day we expected. No wind in Enoshima, which means no races for Linda and Maya. They will do the two last qualifying races tomorrow morning, and the medal race should be, of course, the day after. So no races means no tracking, but Marco Versari is still with us today. We thought it was a good opportunity to ask him what he's done with the team for the past years. Because Marco, you're not only doing tracking recap for me, right?
Hello, Sophia. Good morning to everyone. Well, just a quick thing about today. No wind because there is a low pressure that started to insist on the area. So basically, there was no chance for the sea breeze to develop and not enough gradient wind to sail. So let's see tomorrow. And about your question, Sophia, yes, I'm a little bit behind the scene as many others. Just mainly as well behind the screens. And in this case, I do my best to feedback the coaches with all this tracking analysis, helping them for the debriefing, or actually to provide them more information and quantitative information to debrief. And that was as well along the past years with the more or the less for the one or for the other team.
And also some wind measurements, current measurements, special for Enoshima, right?
Yes, that's a little bit a story that began with Rio, where we did some tidal atlas for the current in the bay, and I've been asked to develop further for first for Arus and then for Enoshima some analysis of the conditions we met. And overall, thanks as well to the contribution to the coaches that they produce a lot of notes. We put together something that we call call book, but some others they call it with a different name. Anyway, it's a summary of information that collect all the experience over these years.
And maybe one last question for you. Now you're still with the Swiss sailing team, but also a lot in Lausanne for the National Performance Center.
Yeah, that's a very nice and challenging experience. I started some months ago, and I think we've been able to provide some support over the last months as well for the people on the road to Tokyo with some equipment testing, some other experiments that have been requested from some of the athletes, as well with some physio treatment. And in conjunction with the Motion Lab, we had the opportunity to use the heat chamber that some of the sailors already mentioned the other days.
Well, that's a big job. Thank you, Marco, and see you tomorrow, hopefully for some tracking recap if the wind comes to Enoshima. And now heading somewhere else in the world, meeting Alex Schneiter, the chairman of the board. We thought it was a good timing to ask maybe your impression, Alex, on the Olympic Games so far and our Swiss sailors.
Yeah, good morning, Sophia. Very happy to be here with all of you. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the Olympics in general, first of all, I would like to really say the team overall has done a fantastic job. I think the support on the difficult conditions, thinking obviously about the COVID, I think they did really, really well, and the support was really fantastic for the athletes. So very well done for the management. And now when it comes specifically to the results, well, starting with Matteo, I think really, really well. I think considering the conditions, we know that Matteo is a light wind sailor, and I think he's shown that he's the best in the world, and winning, being on the lead when the wind was light, and then when the wind was strong, he managed to stay in a good position, but obviously then lost the first places, but still a diploma in his hand, and with the condition we had in Japan, I think is the best he could have hoped for, and so very pleased with his performance. Linda and the two 470 girls, I guess, they're doing already really well. Fourth overall is fantastic. It's what we're hoping for, and let's see tomorrow. But I would be very, very surprised if at least they don't get a diploma. And really, they are only 17 points from the third place. So fingers crossed. And so far, really, really pleased with the performance. And then the other two, Laser Radial and 49er, I think it's fair to say they haven't performed to their best. The results were, with both Maud and Lucien and Seb, we were hoping for better. They've shown some really good performance, but some for different reasons it hasn't worked the way they wanted. So we have to analyze what really happened. I think it's a sums of few issues, I suppose, and elite sports it's still a very tough between success and less success. It's a very very thin margin, and as we say, you never lose. You either win or you learn, and there's a lot of learning from both the Laser Radial and 49er to understand how we can improve, both as a team, as athletes, and as management for Marseille.
Yeah, a lot of lessons learned that will be very useful for, it's only in 3 years' time. It's really close to Switzerland, Marseille 2024. It's a great opportunity for the team.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've been working for Marseille already 2 years ago. I mean, today I would say we are almost ahead of the game. We already have a base in Marseille. It was really important for us to make sure that we have the best conditions for the athletes, and I think we have a lot of good athletes. The one who have already competed or in Tokyo that can, some of them may continue and have learned a lot. We learn a lot also, and then we have a lot of young, very promising athletes that are. That will certainly be doing the campaign for Marseille. So I think overall we're in a very good position. But obviously, we are chasing this medal. Maybe we're going to get this medal with the 470 woman, and if not, but let's keep our fingers crossed. But if not, I think in Marseille we will be even better prepared, and I think we have a good team and we'll have good sailors.
Well, finger crossed for Wednesday for Linda and Maya. Alex.
Absolutely.
Deeply thank you for all the job you've been doing behind the scenes, because we talk a lot about the sailors, but actually a lot of job is done behind the scenes by Alex, Marco Versari, Marco Brunner, and Tom Rollin. So deeply thank you, selection committee too, and let's watch together.
And Marco Brunner did also a lot for the logistics for that. But
Thanks,
the show is for the athletes. Thank you.
Now heading to Enoshima, it's a good timing to do a short recap with Sébastien, Schneiter, and Lucien Cujean. Guys, how are you after a few days of rest?
Better. Good. Thanks, Sophia.
Did you already have time to debrief a bit these Olympics?
We have kind of a talk with our coach and Seb the other night on our room, and plenty of discussion, and I think we summarize a bit the events, and we are looking forward now and try to move on a bit about this Olympic Games.
Seb, did you already put some words on what you missed or what you liked these Olympics?
Well, yeah, we have a few directions for sure. And then we will need a bit of time to really go deeply into the details and really understand what really happened and what was wrong. But as we said just before, there's a really fine line between being successful or not, and so it's really small things that made a difference. So yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to really be accurate there.
Well, we will follow this closely. Maybe speak a bit louder, because Japan is really far away, so we want to make sure we hear you. We read at many different places that the last day of racing before the medal race in the 49er fleet was just the most difficult and tight ever. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, overall the whole week was like that. It was really a privilege to be racing in this fleet with so many good sailors, and I think, not sure if it's because we didn't race together for a while because of COVID, or if the level was really higher, but it felt super intense. And I think everybody in the fleet is saying it, even the guys who are leading at the moment, they really feel like this was a tough regatta. It was really about small gains here and there, and everybody was sailing pretty well, pretty fast. So yeah, definitely it was a super nice event, and really happy to have taken part.
Lucien, did you enjoy it on the water and sitting in such a high level?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it was a very honor to be to represent Switzerland and to sail in this class. And yeah, we have some very good moments and some laugh as well. But for sure, it's at the end everything was pretty tight, on point, and to be able to reach our target, to be in this medal race and achieve our target. We were pretty far away, so yeah, I would say we finished a bit quiet the last day, and for sure a lot of frustration and yeah, some very I would say bad mood. But I think we just have a few hours to relax and to really think about what we achieve right now. It's more than 7 years we have been prepared this event with Seb, and yeah, it's just incredible what we have done until today.
I think the whole Switzerland is proud of you. Doesn't matter if the result was not the one you expected. And now what we all want to know is what is next? What are your plans?
Yeah, I think first some bit of time off. I think it's important to let things go down a bit and really have time for ourselves to really, yeah, first try to understand what happened, but also really understand what we want for the future and make sure to not rush any decisions.
Well, we hope to see you soon on the water again, to be able to follow you. Now we wish you both a good rest, a good trip home, because you're heading soon to Switzerland. And thanks for the great adventure.
Thanks, Sophia.
And tomorrow we should be back on the water with the 2 qualifying races from Linda and Maya that were postponed from today to tomorrow. And then the day after, medal race. Thanks for following us. See you tomorrow.